today with us, we have the author, J.J. Smith. And actually, she is the author of Lose Weight Without Dieting or Working Out. And I'm just going to read a short bio that she has provided, and then I'll turn the mic over to her. J.J. Smith is a certified nutritionist and weight loss expert who has been featured on the Steve Harvey Morning Show, the Montel Williams Show, the Jamie Foxx Show, and on NBC, Fox, CBS, and CW networks. Her advice has also been featured in the pages of Glamour, Essence, Heart and Soul, and Ladies' Home Journal. Since reclaiming her health, losing weight, and discovering a second youth, that's what we all want, I'm sure, in her 40s, best-selling author J.J. Smith has become the voice of inspiration to those who want to lose weight, be healthy, and get their body back. So I present to you our AO staff, Ms. J.J. Smith.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Well, hello, everybody. How y'all doing? How are we feeling? We feeling all right? Yes. Boy, I tell you, I'm going to see if I can kind of come down. I'm so excited to be here today. You know, it was very difficult getting this event set up. So I got to take a few minutes. Give me a minute or two, because I have to really say thanks to two individuals who went above and beyond to really make sure this event happened. So Peggy and Lene, can we give them a special thanks? I really, really appreciate all the hard work that you put in to get me here. I'm so excited to be here. I feel like I'm amongst like-minded women today. I know there are a few gentlemen, bear with me. But I feel like, is anybody else in here struggle to lose weight and get healthy? Is it just me, or is it anybody else out there? Okay, well, I feel like I'm amongst friends. You all have had the challenge. I'm gonna tell you, when you get in your 40s, it doesn't get any easier. You know, women's bodies are so efficient at storing fat, but I got some good news for you. While we're here during this hour, I'm going to give you 10 tips, 10 specific ways that you can lose weight, get healthy, and really create your best body now. Does that sound good for the next hour? Everybody good with that? Okay, so everybody here may not know me, so let me give a little bit of an introduction on my background. So, as Peggy said, my name is J.J. Smith, and I'm a nutritionist, certified weight loss expert. But basically, that journey was a long time coming. So when I was in my 20s, I was really like a fast food junkie. I mean, I'm at Wendy's, McDonald's 6-7 days a week. You know, I had horrible eating habits. And to make matters worse, I mean, I was always sick. So allergies, infections, fatigue, surgeries, I'm always in the hospital. So I had poor eating habits, always sick. And I remember one time I was in my 20s, I was in the hospital, and I was about to have a hernia surgery. So the doctor, he comes in, you know, looking all authoritative like doctors do. And he said, how in the world did you get a hernia? And I was like, I don't know, you tell me, you're the doctor. I want to know that same. He said, you don't fit the profile of someone that should have a hernia. And then I was sitting there thinking, you know, I said, it's not just a hernia. It's like, this is probably my 3rd surgery this year. And he said, well, you know, if you don't do something about it, by the time you're in your 40s, you know, you may not be here. I'm like, whoa, hey, I'm gonna need you to slow down a little bit on that. And so when I was sitting there, I started thinking, you know, I'm really gonna take back control of my health. I'm gonna figure out how I can really get healthy, heal my body, and really begin to feel better, and so I didn't have to be sick all the time. And so what I started to do, I started studying, I started researching, I started looking into holistic healing practices, which are basically ways to heal the body. And so the more I studied, you know, the more I applied, hey, the more I started feeling a little bit better. You know, my energy was increasing. You know, I'm like, it's 5 a.m. in the morning and I'm doing electric slide. The music's not even on. Just feeling good. Anybody ever felt like that? You know, so I'm up, you know. So I was like, this is good. And then people started saying, hey, you look young for your age. I was like, really? Keep talking, tell me more. And they said, well, you just look so young and vibrant, you know. And then it was like I was reversing the hands of time, literally, turning the clock back. But here's my favorite part. This is my absolute favorite part. All of a sudden, I had lost about 40 pounds, had went down 4 dress sizes, and guess what? I wasn't even on a diet. This was the first time. Now, I've been on South Beach, I've been on Atkins, and you know how it is. As long as you're on the diet, you can kind of keep the weight off. You get off the diet, the weight comes back. That was my back and forth. But I lost 40 pounds. I was slimming down. I wasn't even trying. So at that point, I made a connection. There's some connection between getting slim and being healthy. There was some connection. And so one of the things that I have learned over the years is the body has the natural ability to maintain your ideal weight if you focus on getting healthy. Now, I'm going to say that again because we're going to carry this theme a little while. The body has the natural ability to maintain your ideal weight if you focus on getting healthy. Now, I know somebody's in here who's like, I'm healthy. I went to the doctor, got a good report, But that's not the whole story. See, healthy is not just the absence of illnesses and diseases, and that's still a very good thing. But what we're talking about is a level of health where you have complete physical and mental wellness. It's not that you don't have any diseases or illnesses, but it's also that you focus on what you eat and what you put in your body. I would ask you, do you eat foods that make you feel alive and energetic? How much movement are we getting? Are you getting physically active? You're moving about every day? I would also say, what do you think about? What's your thought life? You want to monitor your thoughts. So what we're talking about is a whole another level of health and wellness that can help you really get to your weight loss goals and help you feel more energetic. Now, one of the things I want to make sure, because some of you guys might have just accidentally got here or saw some people coming in. See, I got to make sure everybody's in the right place. I want you to be confident that you chose this hour to spend with me and you are in the right place. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put up a couple scenarios, and I want you to give me a head nod. Don't raise your hand, because some of these you don't really want to raise your hand. But I want to make sure that everybody is in the right place today. Okay, is there anybody here who's gained a few extra pounds, particularly around the belly area, got some stubborn weight they'd like to get rid of? Is this anybody? Are you in the right place? Okay, so far so good. Is there anybody that kind of feels, this is my favorite, it's like sunny outside, but it feels like a cloudy day to you? You just feel a little, sad, mildly depressed, however you just, it's just an okay day. Here's my favorite. Have you looked in the mirror and said, oh my goodness, I'm starting to look a little old. You're starting to see age. The fine lines and wrinkles. Sometimes you got to get a little closer, be like, look at there, gray hair coming in. Anybody? We still good? Okay. Anybody here want to get their sexy back? I said this on Facebook one day. I said, anybody trying to get their sexy back? One lady said, I'm trying to get it for the first time. I said, no problem. Whether you want to get your sexy back or get it for the first time, I got some answers for you. Okay, anybody here had a baby, got married, got a husband, and now all their time seems to be consumed with taking care of family? Anybody here had this challenge? Babies can take a lot of time, as special as they are. Okay, this is my favorite. Anybody start to get those little old achy knees and joints when you get up? You can hear yourself getting up. You don't know whether it's the chair or your knees. Anybody? Okay. Well, it looks like we're all in the right place. So what I would tell you for sure is that I got some good news for you. Today, Tuesday, May 8th, is the very first day of the rest of your life. Today, I am going to give you 10 tips. All of them are going to be things that you can apply and put into practice today so that you can create your best body now. I want you to walk out of here with real information you can use so that you can get healthy, lose weight, and create your best body. Everybody ready? You ready to get into the 10 tips? Yes. All right. Tip number 1. This is not a mistake. Forget about dieting. I want everybody in here to just stop dieting. If you really, really want to lose weight permanently, I know I'm going to let this digest because some people are looking at me funny. I'm gonna let y'all think about that for a second. Okay, here's what we want to do. Here's the problem with diets. I'm sure that's not how that was intended to work. But here's the problem, but I have to talk to you guys. I'm so excited to be here. I just want to talk to everybody. So typically, you go on a diet, right? You typically go on a diet. So what that implies is that at some point, what's going to happen? You go off the diet, right? And so the studies say that 95% of the people who lose weight on a diet are going to gain it all back in 3 to 5 years. That's not good. How many have been there? I know I have. It didn't take me 3 or 5 years. It took 3 to 5 months. All that weight crept back on. And so one of the things is you really want to not focus on being on a diet and getting off a diet. And let's think about what diets are. You know, they either tell you to eat no carbs or low carbs or no fats or low fats or count calories or count points, show up at this meeting, show up at that meeting. You know, who has time for all that? It's like your whole life is consumed with being on this diet and all the activities involved in trying to lose weight. It becomes like a lifelong process. So one of the things you want to do is not focus on dieting, but making permanent lifestyle changes. Making permanent changes in terms of how you eat. You want to give your body the right nutrition. You want to try to get more physically active. Really change your lifestyle. Not think about this is a diet I'm going to go on, because I tell you when you go off, the weight's not going to stay. And so one of the things I talk about in my book is a system. It's called the DIM system. Anybody here heard of the DIM system? A couple of people. It's called the Detox, Eat, and Move system. But basically, it's not a diet. It is a lifestyle of healthy living. And why it works is it does not, what it addresses is what those hidden causes of why we're gaining weight. It's the excess toxins, the sluggish metabolism, hormonal imbalances. It's the real reasons as to why we're gaining weight. It's not always about eating less. How many people have tried to cut back and portion control and exercise? I mean, that works for some, but for majority of us, we still do that and still are challenged. So you really got to get to the hidden causes of why we're gaining weight. And so my focus is always on the hidden causes. I'm going to stay back here. My manager's over here. He's giving me the evil eye. Okay. So everybody good with that? We're going to think about how we can change our lifestyle so that we can eat the right foods that give our body the proper nutrition. We're going to try to get moving. We're going to make adjustments that we can live with for life so we can stay slim for life and not just focus on the latest fad diet. See, the body is smarter than any diet or weight loss pill, any fad diet. It has the ability to really regulate your weight. So we're going to focus on getting healthy. Okay, number 2. Detoxify, I'm going to go slow on this one. Detoxify and cleanse the body for fast weight loss. Now, I'm going to take the mystery out of what it means to detox the body for weight loss. I'm going to make this real simple. How many people have heard of or have tried to detox the body for weight loss? So anybody here? Okay. Well, the first thing is, I think this is some good news. All the excess weight we have is not fat. Some of it's actually excess waste and toxins that have built up in our system, okay? It's not all fat, it's really waste and toxins. See, you can't get rid of toxins really from eating less or working out. You have to detoxify the body. So let me tell you what a toxin is. I'm gonna make this very simple. Anybody who may take prescription medicine, if you take over-the-counter medicines, there's smog, pollutions, herbicides, pesticides in our foods, all of these things that we take in every day begin to accumulate in our body. And because they are foreign and unnatural to the body, you know what the body does? It takes the toxins and puts them in fat cells. There's study and research that shows anytime the body takes in foreign and unnatural substance, it takes it and puts it in fat cells. The more toxins you take in, the more fat cells you have. And so one of the quickest way to get rid of excess weight is to detoxify the body. Literally, we have clients that lose up to 15 pounds just by detoxing the body. These are typically people who've, used a lot of different medications over the years that built up in their system, or they lived in an environment, or they don't eat organic foods, so they had a lot of herbicides and pesticides. But literally, they lose up to 15 pounds just when we detox the body. So this can be very effective. The way to think about it, you really wouldn't wait a year to clean your home, would you? Would anybody wait a whole year? If you do, please don't raise your hand. Because I'm going to look at you real funny. But the same way is we teach you shouldn't wait a year to cleanse your body. I mean, I detox as a way of life every week, all the time. I can tell when I need to. I get a little puffy, get a little bloated, get a little swollen. I know there's some more toxins that I probably need to get. But it's a way of life. It's a lifestyle. It's an easy way to get rid of weight very quickly. And it's a perfect way to start really getting healthy and getting more energy. So one of the things, let me give you a sense of what you can expect if you were to detox your body. The first thing at the list is you're going to lose weight, right? Yay. Nobody has a problem with losing weight, right? Okay. The other thing you're going to get is really increased energy. You're going to have less bloating, less digestion. That little brain fog you get as you're just not as mentally sharp. You keep forgetting things. You think you're getting older. You're going to become more mentally alert. These are all great benefits of detoxing. And basically how you can tell if you need to detox is if you have any of these symptoms. If you're having, a lot of indigestion, everything you eat, or you're allergic to a lot of foods, you get a lot of sinus infection, if you get congested a lot, if you're fatigued and tired, even if you get a full night of sleep, this is a good indication you might want to detox the body. And so you'll come out feeling more energized, but more importantly, you'll come out and lose weight. So I would really encourage everyone in here to look into it a little bit more, to understand how detoxing can help you really lose weight and get healthy. And just to kind of take some of the mystery out, I give about 10 different ways to detox the body in the book. And there are things, everything from colon cleansing herbs to getting in a sauna. The sauna is one of the best ways to detox the body. So they're not all just, there's a myth that detoxing and colon cleansing are the same thing. That's just one type. There's about 10 different ways, because some things work for some people. Like some people would rather get in a sauna than maybe do a colonic or something. There's all kind of ways to detox the body, and there are plenty of different options. Okay, we're still good? Okay. Number 3. See, I'm going to let y'all, I can't even. Some of y'all mad at me now. Let me tell you. Number 3 is kick the sugar habit. Why a sugar addiction is worse than a drug addiction? I am not a fan of sugar. But if you want to lose weight and get healthy, the number one thing, if you don't remember anything else today, the number one way to lose weight and get healthy is to get sugar out of your diet. When you eat a lot of sugar, let me tell you, basically, sugar, we're talking about the white refined sugar. Anybody see that 60-minute special? It was on a couple of weeks ago, and they talked about why sugar was toxic. It was making our society overweight. It causes cancer cells to grow. I mean, I am like, yes, yes, yes. I am in total agreement. It is so important to understand the impact that sugar has on our health. And so one of the things, this is what you have to understand about sugar. The reason when people say get sugar, I was like, oh, no, that's not going to happen. Our bodies are physically addicted to sugar. So let me tell you, there was a study where they had a bunch of cocaine-addicted rats. I don't know how they became cocaine-addicted. I didn't ask that. But they were cocaine-addicted rats. And they gave them the option to have sugar water sweetened with sugar, or the cocaine. And 94% of the rats switched their allegiance from the cocaine to the sugar. It really stimulates the same endorphins in the brain as cocaine, morphine. And if you eat sugar, your body is just as physically addicted as others are to morphine and cocaine. Just make a decision you're not going to eat sugar. You will have withdrawal symptoms. The sugar will be like calling you. You'll be thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? Anybody here? Right? It's not easy to break a sugar habit. But if you do, you talk about transforming your life in a lot of ways. You'll get so much more energy. The weight, on the system, we help people wean off sugar. That's the way I look at it. You're not going to go cold turkey very easy. So you have to give people ways to really wean off. I'll give you 2 ways to wean off sugar. But literally, people who eat like a lot of candy, cakes, and pies, when they cut back on sugar, they can lose up to 7 pounds in the first week on our system. Because sugar is that much of a increase in how much weight they gain. And so one of the ways, let me give you 2 tips on how you can get sugar out of your diet. Now, does anybody not agree that it's probably worthwhile to try to get sugar out of your diet? Are we okay trying to get sugar out? Okay. Well, if we can get everybody to want to get sugar out, here's the first thing you can do. There is something called stevia. I have it here. It doesn't matter the brand. It's stevia. It is a no-calorie. It comes from an herb. It's all, I have a holistic healing background, so it's all natural, and it is a no-calorie sweetener that's safe, healthy for the body. And if you use this, see, you still want something sweet, but if you use this, you'll be able to wean yourself off of that white refined sugar and be able to use stevia instead. You're finding it in more and more stores now because people are starting to really take, sugar as something that's damaging. If you have a relative or someone that actually that has cancer, one of the first things they'll do is take sugar out of their diet, particularly high fructose, corn syrup. All of those things cause cancer cells to proliferate and grow. So if someone has cancer, you want to make sure that they're not eating sugar because it's going to cause the cancer cells to really grow. A second tip I'll give you, how if you take a food package and it has all this, how many people look at nutritional labels? Anybody in the habit of doing that? Well, when you get to the sugar, you want to look for things that have 5 grams or less. That's your cue. And why 5 grams? Well, if you eat anything that has 5 grams or less, it won't cause an overstimulation of insulin. Because when you cause elevated insulin levels in the body, it basically converts to fat in the body. So what you want to do, as long as you stay under 5 grams of sugar, you will minimize the ability for that sugar to convert to fat in the body. And that's what we want. We want to avoid that altogether. All right. We still good? Everybody okay? Number 4, eating natural, raw, organic, healthy foods is the secret to inner and outer beauty. Healthy eating can really turn back the hands of time. It can reverse the aging. It can slow the aging process. It can make you look more youthful. How many people want to look young despite their age? Do we all want to look young despite our age? I'm good with that. So here's what you want to do. I'm going to give you 5 foods that if you add these 5 foods into your diet, you're going to really begin to slow the aging process, and you're going to begin to look more radiant. And I'll tell you how these foods, 5 foods, and just try it. I mean, literally try it for a couple of weeks. And notice that when you start to look in the mirror, if you don't look younger and more youthful and more vibrant. These are the most impactful foods to make yourself look younger. Number 1, green leafy vegetables. If you want to look young, if you want to have what we call that bright and smooth, vibrant skin, get yourself some collards, some kale, some spinach, broccoli. Stock your refrigerator with these type of foods. Green leafy vegetables, think about it. Just grass, green grass, oxen and cow, that's all they eat. That's how potent the nutrients are in these foods. So, and I know I like collards, don't put all the fat back in them though. Don't do that. Keep it healthy. It's, you can use seasonings. You don't have to use a fat back. But those are the foods that are going to be especially good at keeping the skin looking bright and younger. Okay, number 2, citrus fruit. I brought one. Not like y'all didn't know what a citrus fruit was. But I want to just kind of give you a sense of, you can see the type of stuff up here we're going to be talking about as we go along. But the thing about citrus fruits, if you went to Bloomingdale's or Nordstrom or any store, and you went to get something that would make your skin tighter so it wouldn't sag, I guarantee you it's going to have vitamin C in it, right? You see in the commercials where they talk about vitamin C, and well, vitamin C is actually great for helping the skin look tighter and younger. So what happens is when we get about 35, some of y'all in here are 35, this is going to be, okay, A couple people. All right. When you get 35, the collagen in the skin starts to break down. And once it breaks down, the skin starts to sag. Everything starts to sag. Everything starts to sag. So what you want to do is eat more vitamin C so stuff won't sag so much. Not just your face, everything. And so vitamin C is especially good at making the skin tighter. And so by eating citrus fruits, we're talking about grapefruits, oranges, lemons, limes. Make sure you eat a lot of these. Take a vitamin C supplement. You know, some of us don't have time to be cutting up this stuff every day. But take a vitamin C supplement and you'll really be able to see your skin tighten up. Okay, number 3, so we said green leafy vegetables. We said citrus fruits. The third one, berries. See, I got berries here. And probably before the end of the day, I'll probably be through most of these. Berries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries is probably the number one healthiest thing you can eat in general. But for anybody who's trying to look younger, blueberries are the way to go. Blackberries are the way to go. Raspberry, they really slow the aging process. They are high in antioxidants, and what they are especially good for is fighting wrinkles. You know how you get the little crow's feet? Eating blueberries and blackberries will really help stop a lot of the wrinkles and fine lines that we see on the face. Okay, so we're going to eat ourselves beautiful today. Yes. Okay? Number 4, nuts and seeds. I have some nuts here. Somebody was eating into my props. Cashews, sunflower seeds, almonds, pistachios. Anybody like nuts? Did you know how healthy nuts were? They are full of vitamin E. Vitamin E makes the skin very soft and dewy-like. Makes it real youthful as well. So you want to eat nuts and seeds. And then lastly, for all y'all Red Lobster lovers, seafood. Seafood is, we got somebody who doesn't like seafood. Oysters, clams, shrimp. Seafood is so especially helpful. It can be really good. Salmon is probably one of the top things you can eat. I mean, you've always heard that fish is really good for your health. Did you know how great it was for your skin? Gives you another reason to eat seafood, and a lot of people love seafood. Okay, I got the next one, number 5. Keeping it moving. I got to leave some time for questions. All right, I have a diet soda here. Anybody here drink diet sodas? It's okay. No. Okay, we got some in here. Okay. I say this to diet soda. Let me explain something about diet foods, and I'll call it slick marketing. See, a lot of times when a package of food says it's diet, it'll say sugar-free, or it'll say low-fat. You know, automatically you assume this is going to help me with my weight loss goals. Not necessarily so. Oftentimes, if something is fat-free, what the product manufacturers have to do, if it's fat-free, they have to add more sugar. If it's sugar-free, they have to add more fat. You know why? We still want it to taste good. And so when you take out fat or you take out sugar, you make it doesn't taste as good. So to make it more palatable, they may take out sugar, but they add fat. So what you want to get in the habit is always kind of making sure you turn a package over and really understand if it has the right ingredients in it. Now, why we say don't drink diet sodas have artificial sweeteners in them. It's the pink, yellow, blue packages. I'll call it, I'll keep it generic. But what studies have shown is that diet sodas contribute to weight gain. This is no good, because I know I was drinking diet sodas because I was trying to lose weight. But the reason it contributes to weight gain is that the artificial sweeteners in them, right, they're still sweet. They actually increase cravings for sweet. They make us want more. Have you noticed anybody who drinks a diet soda? I guarantee you they probably drink 2, 3, 4 diet sodas a day. Because the more you drink, the more it increases your craving. Because here's what's happening. When your brain tastes something that's sweet, it's expecting something sweet. But when it doesn't get it in the form of sugar, it continues to expect it. So it craves and craves, so we drink more diet soda. Get in this vicious cycle of cravings after craving, cravings after craving. So I'm going to give you 3 better alternatives. Can I give you some better alternatives to diet sodas? Okay. This first one's not going to be very sexy, I'm sorry. I'm going to say it first to get it out the way real fast. Water? Oh, no. Okay, how about water with a little lemon in it, a little lime? We getting better? Water, see, our bodies are made of, did you know your body has about 70% water? It's made of about 70% water. You know, you need water for a healthy functioning body. Water's good. But what water does is minimize cravings. That's good, right? Because a lot of times when we're craving sweets, it's not that we want the sweet, we're dehydrated. And when you drink water, you'll notice that the craving for sweet goes away. So in our space, in the weight loss space, we know by helping people drink more water, it's better for how their body functions and it will decrease cravings. You know, when I work with clients, one of the things they always tell me is, I'm always hungry, I'm always craving sweets or salty things. Cravings are what gets us in trouble. We didn't crave food, we could not eat them. We wouldn't even think about it. But it's the cravings we want to get under control. So water is very good for that. And then I'll tell you, if you commit to drinking water, drink it cold. If you drank about 6 cups of cold water a day, if you did nothing else, you would lose 5 pounds a year. When you drink cold water, the body has to warm itself to heat the cold water up, and that speeds up your metabolism. So if you're going to drink it, try to drink it cold, because that will help speed up your metabolism as well. Okay, green tea. Anybody like green tea? Not any kind of tea. Green tea is the most amazing drink that you can have. Trust me on this. It is high in antioxidant, which means it slows the aging process. It gives you a little caffeine kick, and here is the kicker. It is a natural fat burner. Green tea burns body fat. Who want to burn some body fat? Right? So you get your caffeine kick, you burn body fat, you slow the aging process. Is there any better drink than green tea? And let me just explain this real fast. See, when you drink coffee or black tea, you get highs and lows in your energy level. Where the caffeine in green tea works very differently. It actually takes the caffeine to the brain in small amounts. And so you end up having more sustained energy throughout the day. So it's a much, much better alternative. And then lastly, Miss Lene, coconut water. Coconut, anybody like coconut water? If you like coconut water, you probably like coconut water. Coconut water is actually a secret, coconut water is a secret beauty regimen in the tropics because it's so super hydrating, it really moisturizes their skin. So they use it as a beauty treatment. For us, it's a really good drink because it hydrates the body, it has a lot of minerals, potassium, all the good things we want. And for marathon runners, if you drink Gatorade, Gatorade's full of sugar. So a lot of marathon runners have switched to using coconut water because it replaces the electrolytes, it hydrates the body. If it's a really hot day, you're getting out of a sauna or something, try coconut water. It's a much better alternative. Okay, moving right along. Number 6, we want to get moving even when you can't, even when you can't work out. Let me say this, the title of my book is Lose Weight Without Dieting or Working Out. It sounds too good to be true, but it's very possible. See, some of us, even in our best attempts, how many people don't get to work out as much as they really like to? You know, like your intent is there, you want to get to the gym, somehow you just don't find your way. Even when you commit to it, you be in there 3-4 days a week, and then life happens, priorities, and you just can't always get there. See, because I can't depend on my weight loss to be dependent on me getting in the gym, because for some reason, I just can't seem to get there on a regular basis. So we want to make sure that we can help you really get moving even if you can't get to the gym. So here's the problem that we have. And we're going to see if we can solve this problem right now. See, the majority of us, this is what we do. We get on the bus, get on the metro, get in our car, we drive to work, we sitting down. We get to work, we get to our desk, we sitting down, right? We get up, we go home. Well, we had to sit down on the bus, the metro to get home, and then maybe cook something, and then we sit down. What we do, we sit down, we watch our favorite reality TV show, right? You know, the problem is for so many of us, the TV has become our primary source of entertainment. It's the babysitter for our children. We got to get up and get moving. It's so imperative that we get moving. But the good news is studies are showing that 10-minute bursts of movement throughout the day is more effective for weight loss than doing that intense workout. I thought this was good news because I can't seem to get to the gym enough. But what it shows is that doing intense workout can sometimes stimulate hunger. So you eat more. So what they encourage people who want to lose weight is here and there, try to get 10-minute bursts of movement. So I'm going to give you 5 ways to do so. Okay? The first way is if you go to lunch, walk to lunch, take about a 10, 15-minute walk to get lunch, and walk briskly. You know, you don't have to break out in the sweat. You don't want to mess up your hair. But try to walk a little briskly, 10, 15 minutes. Right there, that's a 20, 30-minute walk. We just want to get moving. That's all we're trying to do is get moving. Number 2, park as far as you can away from the door when you go to the grocery store, mall. Park as far. Don't park too far if it's dark. We don't want you to get hurt. But park as far as you can away. And here's another tip. One of my clients takes to get off a metro stop 1 stop early and walk the rest of the way. You know, deliberately just trying to incorporate getting active and getting moving into what we do every day. Number 3, if you have children, say play soccer, you're at events, you know, you're nervous anyway because, you know, you want your child to do well. Just pace. Keep moving. You know, don't sit down. Just keep moving. While they're out there kicking the ball, you pace the sidelines. Just find ways to keep getting moving. And then here's my favorite. Actually, it's not my favorite because I'm challenged at getting moving. But try this one day. Instead of taking the elevators in the building, take the stairs. Take the stairs. I know there's one building I'm in frequently. I'm on the 9th floor. I tried it one day. I said, I'm not quite ready for this. But I tried it, right? Maybe next time I'll be doing more, but just my mindset is I got to get moving. So I said, I'm going to take the stairs. And I was really tired. but what it is you want to get your heart rate up. And so the goal is to get your heart rate up. And here's the fifth one. Oh, what happened? Okay, here's the 5th one. Put on your favorite song and dance like it's 1999. Let me tell you, it's about getting your heart rate up. And everybody got a song. You hear it and you almost wreck your car when the song come on. You know, put that song on in the morning, in the evening when you getting dressed, and you'll find yourself just moving because you got to stop and you got to really get it in. That's your song. So I feel like some people in here really aren't convinced. So I want everybody to stand up for 1 second. I need everybody to stand up for me. Can everybody hear it? All right, come on. I need y'all to move. Don't act like you don't know this song. All right, keep moving. 2 minutes. All right, 2 minutes. Party like you got a promotion today. Move. Okay. Oh! Give yourself a hand clap. Give yourself a hand clap. Very nice. So let me tell you, is anybody's heart rate up? 2 minutes. Your heart rate is up. See, the whole goal of movement is to get the heart rate up. You're trying to improve your cardio health. Ooh, I'm so winded, I can't even talk now. Ooh, give me a minute. Ooh, but my point was to show you that just in 2 minutes, how much dancing can really increase your energy level. Everybody smiling, heart rate. Just think putting on your favorite song in the morning as you go through and get ready and just, work it out, get it in. It's very healthy for you. Everything doesn't have to be going to the gym. It's just getting moving. Okay? Whew. Okay, number 7. Now we're coming down off of all of that, and we're going to say, now you need to sleep and rest more. How about sleep and rest more? Because one of the things about sleep is, how many people get great quality, you could say it affirmatively, I get great quality sleep. How many people say that? One person? Yeah, sleep, we are so sleep deprived as a society. I tell you, so many people don't get enough sleep. But I have to be honest with you, I'm not one of them. I am a big fan of sleep. I'm so serious about it. Like I try to get 8 hours, and if I don't get it, I'm going to find a way to get it on the weekend. There's a Facebook fan page called Sleep. I liked it. I became a fan of it. Don't ask me what we talk about. We talk about sleep. Mattresses, how to get better sleep, the lighting, the little black things. We're serious about these people who love to sleep. But the thing is, sleep is one of the best ways to heal, rejuvenate the body. I mean, you've had a good night's rest, and when you got up, you were like, whoo, yeah, I could take on the world today. And when you don't get enough sleep, you wake up like, oh, Lord, I got to do this again. How am I going to do this? Ooh, I'm tired. If those kids say one thing today. And the challenge, too, is when you don't get enough sleep over time, you start getting those dark circles, the little puppiness, the raccoon eyes. All that's because of not getting enough sleep. So we want to try and get a lot more sleep. Now, don't go back to your desk and fall asleep. Say the speaker told you. Don't do it. Don't say the speaker said take a little nap this afternoon, so I'm going to chill out. I didn't say that. I meant at night. I really meant at night. Okay. Number 8, spice it up. Who knows what I mean when I say spice it up? Lene? Yes, spicy. One of the best ways, have you heard this? One of the best ways to burn body fat is boost your metabolism, right? And what's one of the number 1 foods that boosts your metabolism? Peppers, spicy peppers, chili peppers, cayenne peppers. It boosts your metabolism by about 25%. You know, so if you like your food hot and spicy, good for you. Keep doing it. It is extremely healthy. It is so healthy, people are beginning to buy cayenne pepper capsules, and they take them once a day to keep their metabolism revved up. See, because if your metabolism is revved up, you'll be burning all day. Because there's 2 things going to happen when you eat food. When you eat food, it's either going to be used as fuel for energy, or it's going to convert to fat in the body. Oh, Lord. Either one. That's what happens to the food. It's fuel for energy. Hey, I'm feeling great, live, energetic. Or it's going to convert to fat. And so by keeping your metabolism revved up, you keep burning body fat all day effortlessly. And so that's what cayenne pepper really does for you. Now, there's some people in here that might not like cayenne pepper. So in my book, I give about 12 different ways that you could speed up your metabolism. We call them metabolism boosters. Because if you could just speed up your metabolism, weight loss would be a lot easier. You know, you really want to burn fat. And so one of the things, I'll give you 3 tips just to get you started today. I'm watching my time so I can allow some questions. Here are 3 ways you can just boost your metabolism. The first one, eat breakfast, particularly a high-protein breakfast. See, this stuff is not very hard. It's just understanding what to do to help your body burn fat. What you do when you eat breakfast, think of it this way. When you don't, say you go to sleep and then you miss breakfast, now it's been probably 12, 13 hours before your body's had anything if you include the overnight hours. So what the body does, it thinks that it's starved or deprived and it doesn't know when your next meal coming. You know what it does? It slows your metabolism. Because what it wants to do is hold on to all the fat you have for reserve because it's not sure if it's getting more food. So you want to eat breakfast because breakfast really kickstarts your metabolism in gear. So let's first stop skipping breakfast, eat heavier in the day, lighter at night. Okay? Number 2, eat more frequently. Isn't this a good one? You usually don't hear people say eat more frequently when it comes to losing weight. But I'm talking about eating healthier foods more frequently every 3 to 4 hours. Don't let 5 hours go and you haven't eaten, you've automatically slowed your metabolism. And the longer you wait between, I have a client, and she said, I need you to help me lose weight. I said, okay, tell me what's going on, how you eating? She said, okay, I eat once a day at 4 o'clock. I get hungry about 2, I eat about 4, that covers, whoa. I said, you eat once a day at 4? I said, your metabolism is at such a snail's pace that one meal you eat is sticking right to you. It's not going to burn it because that's the only food I'm going to get all day. I can't burn it for fuel. I got to put it in fat stores because what if I don't get any more food? So I said, the first thing I need you to do, you know, she's all excited about detoxing. I need you to eat more. She said, eat? Yes. Eat healthier foods every few hours, even if it's just a few nuts or seeds and a piece of fruit every 3 to 4 hours. Don't let 5 hours go. Your metabolism slowed. You're not going to burn fat. And then lastly, y'all believe I'm still tired from that 2 minutes of movement? Wow. Okay. Lastly, don't eat right before going to bed. Anybody do this? You want to give yourself 2 to 3 hours after the last time you eat before you go to sleep. Because the fat burning systems in the body, they repair, they heal, they rest at night. You ain't burning no fat when you're sleeping, right? So if you eat food You go to sleep, basically everything you ate is going to stick right to you. You got to give your body a chance to fully digest. So try not to eat. And if you eat at night, give yourself at least a couple hours before you fall asleep, because you don't want that to all convert to fat overnight. You'll never make progress on your weight loss goals. Okay. We're almost there. Burn, baby, burn. Saunas are the #1 weight loss secret, beauty secret. Saunas are so incredibly important. I'm going to take a minute on saunas. Saunas are probably one of the most important things that you can do to improve your health and lose weight and get healthy, all at the same time. See, experts always say nothing really rejuvenates the skin and freshens up the skin the way saunas do. Like, you know how you take a shower to get rid of dirt on the body? Well, guess what? Saunas rinse out the pores. They literally open up the pores so you can get rid of toxins and you can really rinse out the pores. So what you want to do, typically if you get in a sauna, let me kind of break it down how it's going to happen. It's going to be heavy heat. You're going to be in there. You're going to start sweating. You're going to start eliminating toxins. And the good thing about a sauna, if you sit in a sauna about 20 minutes, you burn about 500 calories from sitting down. You know, I'm all over this one. And, if I go in a sauna, I just take a book, view a magazine, the heat's going to cause the pages to kind of unravel. But nonetheless, take a book. But you sit there 15, 20 minutes. And remember, we talk about raising the heat of the body. You burn about 500 calories sitting in a sauna. And you're rinsing out your pores. You're really cleansing and moisturizing the skin. Your skin is going to glow so beautifully. Matter of fact, if I have a client that's going to a wedding or something, they always get in a sauna right before the big event, because that way they have such an invigorating glow that people will be like, oh, you're looking good. What's going on? You getting married? What's happening? You just have a glow about you. So saunas are really great for that. So you eliminate toxins. You burn about 500 calories. It improves the skin. It hydrates the skin. And it relaxes your muscles, particularly if you get in and you use that lavender, those aromatherapy oils. Ooh, talk about taking the stress off the day. I mean, it's so relaxing to the muscles, the mind, the emotional and physical body. And what you want to do is really try out different saunas. There's steam saunas, there's infrared saunas, which is called the dry heat. You can go to different spas. You can buy a portable home sauna now for a little under $200 on Amazon. I mean, there's so many easy ways to get sauna, but they move the needle on your weight loss goals and your health and beauty goals. Okay. Thank you. The last thing I'm going to say before I leave today, I'm going to leave a couple minutes in case anybody have any questions or anything. My tip number 10 is give yourself the ultimate gift. Make your health a priority. If I could just encourage you to do one thing today, I would say seriously consider making your health one of the top priorities in your life. If you want better health, you want better energy, if you want to lose weight, there's so much information and knowledge out there. Just take that knowledge and begin to apply it in your life. When you start getting results, it motivates you to continue. You can get knowledge about what it takes. What type of foods are you putting in the body? See, when you eat foods, you should feel alive and energetic. If you eat foods and you want to take a nap, that's your first clue that these foods are not the best foods for the body. Because when you eat a really healthy meal that's good for the body, you'll feel energized. What are you thinking about? Do people always bring negative thoughts and energy your way? Monitor your thought life. Try to get moving. Put a little song on and dance. Dancing also raises your happiness level as well. Laughter too. And so really get moving. I know some people in here, you're a busy mom, you got a busy career, and it just gets hard to make yourself a priority. It really does, because life happens and you just don't always have the time. But I would encourage you, you could get my book. You have all the tools you need to really transform your life in every way possible. And let me tell you, good things are going to happen. When you begin to commit to you, and I'm going to do something that's good for me and my health, I'm going to be about my health and my energy. Amazing things going to happen. Every interaction that you come across at home or work is going to simply be magnetic. People are going to be drawn to you. They're going to know, well, what's going on so good in your life? Your positive energy is going to draw more positive people in your life. And, people who can't really live in that space, they got to go to the side. There won't be any room for it. So I would encourage you to really make your health a priority, really focus in on what it takes to transform your life. You have all the power. You have all the knowledge. Today is the very first day of the rest of your life, if you think of it. And today you can make that commitment that I'm going to make my health a priority. I'm going to focus on it. So one thing I'll say in closing is I always like to tell people to live life with passion. Passion. Never, ever, ever give up on your dreams. And most importantly, love. Why? Because love never fails. That's what the good book says, and I believe that. I appreciate you guys allowing me this time. I was asked to leave a few minutes for questions. Hey, what's happening?
The stevia, is that also good for diabetics?
Oh, it's great for diabetics. Let me tell you why. Sugar and even artificial sweeteners are known to cause insulin spikes. And for diabetics, you want to kind of control your glucose and insulin levels. And so stevia is actually proven to not raise insulin levels. So it's actually better for diabetics than any of the artificial sweeteners and sugar. So absolutely. Yes, sir.
In your book, you talk about your DEM system, and you mentioned several supplements, two of which are digestive enzymes and alpha-lipoic acid. Can you talk about the benefits of both and what you would recommend for daily intake of both?
Look at him. Ooh, he done went in the book, y'all. Good thing I wrote it myself. I've actually been, and you ask speakers a question and they don't know because they actually got a ghostwriter to write. That writing is my hobby. But great question. The digestive enzymes. When people see the list of supplements, they want to go out and get all the supplements. No, look at what the supplements do and see if that's your challenge. Digestive enzymes are very good for people who end up having a lot of indigestion and bloating almost everything they eat. Because what digestive enzymes do is they really break down the food so your body can absorb the nutrients and the waste can be eliminated from the body. And the best way to know if you need digestive enzymes is you're constipated. What's constipated? See, some people think, we don't really want to talk about constipation. Okay, but basically if you're constipated or if you get indigestion from food, digestive enzymes, you want to take more of those. And you basically want to take one with every meal, so that's usually about 400 or 500 milligrams. But the way they work is you take it right before the meal, and they'll help break down that food, and so your body can absorb the nutrients from it. The second one you mentioned is great for people who are diabetic or have insulin resistant or have issues controlling their insulin. And what the dosage is generally 800 to 1,200 milligrams per day, but that you take with meals as well, because the way it works is trying not to cause you to have insulin spikes after you eat. So you take them with food, and they will prevent insulin spikes, and raised insulin levels converts to fat in the body. Is what we're trying to avoid.
But what was the name of that again? The last second one?
Alpha-lipoic acid.
Alpha-lipoic. P-L-I. Okay. Oh, let me see. I saw you next, and I'll come over here.
You were talking about just the levels. Are you looking at your levels, and I was looking at the sugar piece, are those looking at each segment you take it or throughout the day?
Well, I didn't hear the first part about the levels.
The levels, what do you recommend you saying? Because I know you were talking about 5 levels of sugar. Is that going to be each setting? 5 milligrams of sugar. Is that going to be per?
Oh, great question. It's actually per serving of any single food. So it's not per day. You can have a lot more per day. But every single, like everything that you eat or drink, if you check to see if it's 5 grams per serving, and be careful because sometimes it'll say there's 2 servings in this. So you have to double that number because even though it says 5, it's per serving and the whole container is 10. But it's per serving is where you look at that 5 grams. It will go so far to help stop everything you eat from converting to fat in the body by just keeping that level of sugar down 5 grams or below.
Because sometimes the cans or whatever they'll put it all in one container.
Right.
So it's the best to like break it down, drink half of it, a quarter of it, and then do it at another setting or.
Well, I think the better way to look at it is try not to get in the habit of eating a lot of foods that are higher. So think of at one time or one sitting or one meal, you want to keep that 5 grams or lower at that time. Okay. Yes.
I just wanted to ask, you said the white refined sugar, so is raw sugar or palm sugar any better or worse or the same?
Raw sugar, or what was the other one you said?
Carbonyl.
Okay. Oh, these are such great questions. The white refined sugar is the worst. Keep in mind, all sugar is not bad. Fruit has sugar in it. It's natural sugar. It's good for the body. Has a lot of digestive enzymes. Fruits are very healthy to eat. It's the white refined sugar. Raw sugar is just as bad. Not quite as bad as white refined sugar or high fructose corn syrup. The way to look at it is this. Anything that raises the glycemic levels high is going to cause insulin spikes that cause fat in the body. So sugar is about an 80. High fructose corn syrup is about an 87. Raw sugar is close 75. Stevia is a 0. So by using stevia, you won't have any insulin spikes and you won't have excess fat storing in the body. So you just try to get away from things that cause those spikes, because in those spikes is where your fat storage is coming from. Question?
You mentioned that toxins come from prescription medicines, for example. Well, how do we detoxify if we have to take prescription medicines?
Well, let me say it just so I can clarify. What happens is when we take prescription medicines, over-the-counter medicines, pollutions, fogs, birth control pills, herbicides in our food, all of these things together can accumulate in our body and cause toxins. And guess what? Just the same way you may not be able to get away from a prescription medication, you will not get away from pollution or smog. Everything you buy can't be organic, right? So the goal is to make detoxifying a way of life so that you take that overload, that toxic overload out of the body. So rarely are you going to be able to prevent toxins, right? Particularly if you take medicine, and particularly if you just take it. But what you want to do is detox every day and do different ways. So sauna is a great way to detox. That's one way. You sweat out so many toxins. Another way, you can do certain liver cleanses, colon cleansers. There's Bikram yoga. There are about 10 different ways that you can. There are detox foot pads. You put them on the bottom of your feet, and they excrete toxins out while you sleep. That's easy, right? You can actually get a pedicure, and there's a pedicure that detoxes the body as well. But when you do that on a regular basis, you just get rid of them in a way that by taking the medicines, they won't cause symptoms of toxic overload. And the one thing I would encourage people, if you go to my website at jjsmithonline.com, on the homepage, there's a free ebook. It's about 30 pages, and it explains a lot of the stuff I was talking about, the reasons we gain weight. It's free. You get it instantly, but if you go to JJ Smith Online, you'll see that information there as well.
Wonderful.
Okay.
So let's thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Beautiful.